Hello again. Today I'm going to once again practice trading. I will replay, and I found this amazing down here. You can do random bar. I don't know why I didn't see that before, but it's great. So I'm going to do that to practice trading today. And today I wanted to talk to you while we're doing this. I also wanted to talk about having awareness while you're trading. So I guess I have like a little bit of a background in not necessarily background, but like I guess I'm just like really interested in mindset and awareness, sort of like being present and aware of your thoughts. It's something that I have practiced and worked on before I ever started trading. And I have found that because I worked on that before and I know how to like catch my thoughts and notice my thoughts, I think it really helps in the trading. And I'll explain why as we're going. Okay, so I see there was a upward trend over here. And then it seems like we've exited this trend, and this looks like we're just moving sideways. This is somewhat of a trading range. And let's see, what time is it? Okay, so that makes sense. Like this is the tail end of a regular session. See, this is like 1500 hours. And so now the market is just cooled off and more calm. So that's expected. That will kind of have a somewhat of a trading range maybe. Okay, since the bars are getting so tiny, I am going to increase, and all I'm doing, I know y'all can't see it, all I'm doing is scrolling my mouse, and that increases the scale over here on the price so that the bars look bigger, just so that I can like see them better. I find it just when the bars are tiny like that, it's just hard to tell what they're doing. So we're just going sideways right now. I would not want to make, I mean, like technically, I guess if I was a computer, you could play this trading range, right? If you could be like super fast like a computer can, you could play this up and down. And I'm sure that's what institutions do during periods like this. Institutions that have super fast computers and algorithms, they will play these little trading zones or trading ranges and make small profits over this time. However, that is not something that I want to compete against, and I don't have I don't think I'm fast enough to be able to do that. So while we're doing this mess, we're just going to be watching. We're watching for something more to develop. Okay, that's something more. Now we have exited this trading range, and maybe we will start a trend again. I don't know, but let's see. Okay. This is looking like the beginning of a downward trend. So the question is, now that I see we've exited this trading range, we've gone below, like, see, this is where our like most recent low was, and we have gone below that, and we've closed below that because the candle body closed a little bit lower. So do I want to sell right here? Do I want to enter a trade right here? Okay, and then also, like, as I'm looking at it, I see right here was a downtrend. See, this was like a down, and then we kind of went sideways for a little bit. So it does kind of make sense that we would just be continuing this trend right here. So I think I will try to enter right here. But now this is what I want to talk about today. So I am deciding to enter right here, and as I'm deciding, I'm trying to like watch my thoughts in my head, if that makes sense. I mean, not really watch them because it's not like it's a visual thing, but just be aware of my thoughts and like what is making me enter. What am I thinking that is making me want to enter? And what I'm trying to figure out, is it a logical thing? Like, am I logically saying, we are exiting this trading range. So this looks like a good entry. This looks like a good signal bar because we have a longer wick on top, very little wick on bottom. That looks like momentum's coming down. If I look at the bars and how many red bars versus green bars I have, I see a lot of selling pressure right here. Just 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Like there's no sign of a lot of buying pressure. So all of the logical things are telling me that it's a decent entry. But there's a part of me that had this thought that I don't want to waste too much time. I want to enter at some point. And I think that was, how we were like going sideways and I was saying we're just going to watch. I guess I get impatient. And sometimes I'm like, I just need to enter already. So I have to be aware of that. Like, just notice that those are the kind of things that I think, that I am impatient and that I don't want to sit here on the sidelines forever. I want to just get this over with. So I have to ask myself, is that why I'm deciding to enter, or am I deciding to enter from a logical, smart place? And I think it's both. Like in this particular time, I think it's both that are making me want to enter it. The only like logical reason why I think the only logical reason to not enter is that I think my stop loss would be fairly high. So that if like as far as an entry goes, there's kind of a larger risk and less reward maybe. But okay, I'm going to enter my sell. And when I am practicing on my own and documenting and like journaling my practice, I try to be aware of those thoughts that I'm having as I'm entering, and I write those down. So I would like write down that like these are my logical explanations for why I'm entering. Sort of like I'm like trying to prove it to myself. I'm trying to prove the logic to myself. Like I'm entering because this bar was a good bar. We exited a trading range. This bar is a good signal bar. We had a previous downward trend. So it makes sense that this downward trend would continue. Like those are all of my arguments for why I'm entering. So I would write that down in my journal. And I would also write down that, I did pick up on this thought of impatience because, watch, let's see, I'm going to sell. If I enter here, and if this ends up being a bad trade, which it could be, I don't know, then I will have documented in my journal that I had this impatience thing. And then if this is bad, then it helps me see that I really need to work further on the impatience part. And it might help me like to remind myself of that before I enter the next time. So let's see. Okay, that one did good. And okay, so let's see. Let's do this like measured move kind of thing. So if you come over here on the left-hand side and there's a measure, it looks like a ruler. You click on measure and you go to the very top of the past trend right here. Oh, I know. I messed something up. So, okay, here's the top of the trend. Yeah. And where did the trend end? Well, I mean, you could argue that it ended all the way down where that bottom wicket was, but I'm going to say that it ended right there where that bottom wick is. So that went down by 17.5. I know that, I don't know, where the rectangle ended up wasn't very helpful, I'm sorry. But 17.5 was the number that we measured there. So now let's measure how far we've gone down so far to see if I think we've gone down like pretty low. Look at that, 17.5. Okay, so that tells me because this downward and this downward is now equal, I don't know that it's going to go further. It might, but I feel like this is a safe place to stop. So I'm going to flatten right here. And then I'm going to see what happens. Oh, okay. So it went down even further. So this first leg was just like a small part of the downward trend. And maybe if I had used this bottom wick, let's do this measurement to test it out. Maybe if I had used this bottom wick as my measuring point. Okay, so that's 23. Now let's measure how far we've come down. Well, we came down That I didn't do that correctly. I think we came down even more than 23. Oh, okay. Yeah, we came down 29. So maybe if I hadn't used that bottom wick, that would have given me a better idea that we would continue to go down. But also, it's not really important. The important thing is that I had profits and I captured them. So I am more interested in that than I am interested in capturing all of the profits. Because if you chase capturing all of the profits on the chart, then you're going to mess yourself up. It's just pretty much guaranteed. Okay, so let's do a little bit more. Okay, we have had 4 downward bars. One more, but it's small, so maybe we're losing momentum. I don't know. Yes, we are losing momentum. Okay, so does this look like a reversal bar? I mean, possibly it could be a double bottom, but I'm not going to bet on it. I don't know. Yeah, here, let me scroll out so I can see the bigger picture. So we were definitely in an up. Like even from here, we were in higher high, I mean, higher low, higher low, higher low. So we were overall in an up. So this could represent just a pullback and we could continue up more, or this could be like a small pullback and then we continue down more. I don't know yet. I need to watch a little bit more. Okay, I mean, that one looks good. Here, now I'm going to do a fib retracement, which is this little thing right here. And I'm going to look at this most recent downward trend. And so 50% mark would be right here, which is where it often retraces to one of these. Not always, definitely not always, not something you can like bank on, but it's just common. So I would expect it to come either to here or to somewhere in between these two lines. So we probably do have like a little bit more to go up. And these are both solid trend bars. However, because we've had like so many red bars, I don't want to chance it yet. I would rather see if we turn around and then catch it on the way down. So let's see. Okay, well then it's a good thing I didn't, because now we're turning around. So could this be a double top, and could we now continue downward? I don't know. It's not a huge red bar. So that is my, like, if it was a red bar that was equal in size to this green bar, I would feel more confident about now entering as a sell. But because it's like smaller, not super confident about it. But we did have a lot of selling pressure. So there's that. I might wait. See, if we were trading in real time, what I'd probably do, and because I can't do that whenever we're doing it this way, when I right click, but what I would probably do if we were trading in real time is I would come down here to where this like bottom, either here or here, come down to the like one little quarter tick or whatever it's called, like one little tiny spot below this wick or below this wick, and I would put a limit order to sell at that, like, so that way if we go below there, I sell. But doing this bar by bar, I can't practice that way. Like, it doesn't allow me to do that. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens next. But if we continue to go down, I think I might. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we went down. We tried to go up and we went down. We did go like a tick below this bar. So do I want to sell? Okay, so here again, let's do this like journaling awareness type of thing. What I'm thinking now is that I'm feeling bad that this thing is going on. I don't even know like how long this recording has gone on, but I feel like I don't want to waste people's time, so I want to just like hurry up and get it done again with the impatience thing. So I'm like, I need to enter so I can be done with this. But there's also some solid arguments why I would enter here. If it was a bigger bar, I would feel a lot better about it if it was like just a little bit more substantial of a red bar. But it's a small red bar. But I did say that if I could do the limit thing, then I would do that. So okay, I'm going to enter because I'm going to stick to my word about how I said that I would enter a limit order right there because I feel like that's basically about where we are. So we will sell. I'm not 100% confident on this sell. We'll see. Okay. It did it. I think I don't know. I wish that one was a more substantial bar. It would make me feel a lot better, but it's not. It's still small. So it tried to come up, it tried to come down, and it kind of just went down slightly. It did close. I think it closed equal to this green bottom bar. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to I don't know. I have to try to get away from flattening at the like $30, like at under $100 because it can be seen as scalping. And some of the prop firms don't allow scalping, so I don't want to like do something that gets me banned from a prop firm. So what do I really think it's going to keep going down? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it might go up because of the fact that it ended right there and ended right there. Like I feel like there's something stopping it from going lower. So I am going to flatten there. And we'll see what happens. Yes. That is what I thought would happen. Now we might continue to go downward after that. But I don't know. I'm glad that I did flatten there, even though that's something I might not be able to do in a prop firm. And okay, I think I'm just going to call it for right now that I'm happy with that. It's not exactly my goal of 200 a day, but another important thing is knowing like when to just feel like it's enough and be happy with what you get. And also since we're trading like after market, like this is like 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, the bars just aren't as big. So if I had made these trades during a different time of the day, like either during pre-market or during the regular session, then they would have resulted in more money. So basically all I'm looking for right now is just like a win, period, not necessarily a monetary amount. I'm looking for a win, and I'm looking to try to instill and reinforce like positive trading behaviors, things like not trying to rush it, things like being happy with enough, things like not over trading. So anyways, I think that's going to be it for this practice session. I'll go forward a few more just to show you what happens. Let's see. Okay, so we did go down a bit more, but we didn't go down past this low, and then we started to go up. And then we started to go down. Okay, somewhat of a trading range, but it's okay. Now we're going down, and then we're going back up again. Okay. So anyways, there was some more profit to be had if I held on to it and waited for it to come down to here. So that is something that I should journal and document in my journal. And sort of like I'll take a picture of this to show myself what it looked like and how maybe next time I should be expecting it to come back to this previous low. That might be a good place to have as like a take profit or as a profit goal. And yeah, so that is how I practice trade, and also how I journal my thoughts and my emotions as I go through the trade to try to improve my trading mindset. I hope that helped. Let me know if you have any comments. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below.